Hello, and welcome again to another tutorial. This time is the self-timer that is not working in my old Nikon F. So I've worked with the slow gear in this Nikon F. But the self-timer didn't work. So I decided, okay, I will make a film about that and show what can actually be done, because this self-timer in this camera was a bit worn out. So I will show you where it goes wrong. So and it's not necessary to take the whole thing apart, just the front here. So the leather on the front here, of course, it's already loose in this camera, but it has to be taken off. So we need a spinner, lens spinner or tool. This is my own. I made myself out of a compass, and find and grind the tips so it can go in those small holes. So counterclockwise, turn the screw on the front. Let's hold the lever for the self-timer. And then there's a small washer, a waved washer. And there is a retaining ring, which I have made another tool, also good for lenses. It's an old tool, I don't know where it came from. I think there's no brand, but it doesn't matter. You can buy those on eBay, Amazon or whatever, and file and grind them yourself, or you can buy their original lens spinner tool, but this works okay. But we need to take off the retaining ring here. Which is not a big problem. Turn it, and then here comes off. Better arrange organize the small parts so people can see what's happened. Well, now this three dotted retaining ring, or just a ring, it's actually, like somebody mentioned, it has three dots, and it's possible to set the timer on whatever full time. I think it's around 10 seconds, and the other is maybe, yeah, what would I guess, 6 or so, and this one is maybe 4, 3 or so seconds, I don't know. Now we take off the leather here, which is already loose, and then we have the 4 small screws that holds the self-timer in place. So we will take a closer look, because I already fixed this self-timer. So now I know it works, what I have done already. So this is actually just showing others how they probably can fix their self-timer. It's not that hard, but it was fun to figure out how it was put together. Now, the self-timer pin, which we have just put it here. The pin from the shutter button up here is actually, it goes down here, and the pin from the self-timer that activates the shutter mechanism is this one. So this pin that actually can be moved by the timer will push on this side of the so we can do it again. So by pushing here I can activate the shutter. But in this case, maybe it's the same for other, well, it's an old camera. We'll see what's happened. So I put the lever on so I can activate the self-timer mechanism. Not necessary to screw it fully tight, but this is how it works. I cocked the self-timer like this, so it's actually ready to, when I push the button here, it goes on like this. It will, when it's almost done, activate this pin and push on the shutter mechanism. But the reason is why it was not working before, that I will dig into the where it goes wrong, because it's a bit worn out. So I will tell you how it looks inside. There are two small screws that hold the self-timer onto the plate, the front plate. There's one here and there's one down here. So those two has to be unscrew. And the other one. So now what actually activate the I mean, when putting on the lever, oh, go on. Okay. Well, it's not really necessary to take off the lever. It was just to show you how it looks. But here is how it looks when the shutter is actually has been activated and is really relaxed. So when I turn the lever, look here, it will move the pin here. The pin actually goes against the now we go into the part. Now I actually cock the self-timer. You might stay there. So this is how it looks when it's when the shutter is, I mean the timer is cocked and ready to be released. So when I push the button here, this one, the button is actually go against the, where's my tweezer? It goes against this pin. So when I push down the button here, I will activate the timer. So look here, it will push on this and it will continue a little. The point, I mean the reason that this timer didn't work before was actually the pin here. Hope you can see this pin. see it here. This small pin here, or cam, well, I think it's called a cam. This cam here on one side is actually worn out a little. So normally, I mean, when it was okay, it could, we can cut the timer again. Oh. So by stop the timer at some point, I can show you what I mean. So I will activate this timer, pushing down here, and if I come over here, look there, it will push against, I mean the cam will push against this and push it over, but when it comes to a point it will just, I mean the cam will not, what I mean, it cannot push this part far too over, but is because it's worn out. So when we go any further, you can see it comes there, and this goes back, and so it just continue here. What's actually happened on the other side, well, I will show you. Just cut the timer. What it was before, that this pin was, I have bent it a little, just a little, so it can push earlier than it was. But when I release the timer, I can do so. So this will, when it comes to the point, it will push on the mechanism and so go back again. But it, let's see, just take this off, just to show how I did it. I have already done it, but so just take this off, and then use a tool here and another tool, and then you just bend it, bend the this pin just a little, so it is it's not straight any longer, it will just be have a curve. So when putting this back in again, where's my screw, here, and just have a finger over here, and then tighten the screw gently. So that's enough. Now then I can just put the thing back in again, and remember how it should look. Well, actually I can put this all the way up here, so it is just something just like this. So the pin is over here and the cam is over here, and it will push on this side of the cam. So we can just put it back in again. Non-magnetic. Okay, so I can see it's better to actually activate, cut the self timer, because there's not, so we'll just do so. And just let this be relaxed, it doesn't matter. So we give it another go. Something like this. And the other screw. Okay. So I guess some of those old cameras will have the almost same problem. Like this old timer, self timer. Really active. So now I will put it back in, and when I do this, I will cut the shutter and push the shutter button all the way down, and it's better to actually have the camera upside down, because the pin has to fall. It will fall down if you do it the opposite direction. So I will push this down and keep it pressed. Then I will put the self timer in. So, and put the screws back in again. And then it should just work. Go on, little screw. So, great mechanical stuff. Now, I will cut the self timer, cut the shutter, and then press. Let's see how it works. Wow, perfect. Good stuff, huh? I mean, it's really great fun to work with those things and give them some life again. And this is really good camera. I mean, some of them a bit worn out, but well, you can be lucky find some on flea market that is not working, and then you can fix it yourself. So the I guess this one, the one dot here, has to face against the nut here. Well, I could use some glue, but I'll be in this camera anyway, somehow. So I will do so and put the retaining ring on. It would be something like there. So, and then the washer. Be there, and the lever goes on here, and then we're almost there. And some gently tighten the screw. So, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.